Hey y'all, it's me again, Jackie with Jackie's Recent Things, and we're going to finish this up. So to finish this up, I've decided to incorporate two more ribbons. This one is a leaf ribbon, and this one is a stripe ribbon. As you can see, they're still very shiny. The reason I've decided to incorporate two more ribbons with this project is so that my bow stands out and all my other ribbons on the top layer stand up. These are kind of going to be the bottom layer. So I'm going to cut these because these are going up to the top 16 inches. And because I'm cutting them so long, that's why I'm using two 2.5 ribbons. If I was cutting them 14 inches, I would use a 1.5 and a 2.5. You can do that if you want to. But these two particular are going at the top of the wreath. And remember, at the top, we cut our mesh 16 inches, so I want them to go to the edge of the mesh. So when we put these in over here, yes, we're going to cover up our leaf a little bit. And the reason I'm putting the stripe underneath the leaf is so this won't get lost against the tan mesh. And don't worry, our leaf will still stick out a bit. Because we're going to pull these pretty far apart. And if you want to, you can actually take your leaf and put it on top, pull it up to the top of your ribbon. Like that. And that's pretty easy to do. We're going to come over to the other side. We're going to do the same thing. And once again, if you want to, just pull your leaf to the top. And then you're dramatically pulling your tails apart. See how that filled that in? And this made it look so much nicer. Now the other thing that I want to do is I want to break up some of this stripe. So because I want to break up some of the stripe, I'm going to use the leaf. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it with a simple Jackie bow. I'm going to cut my ribbon tail 16 inches. And then I'm going to cut my loop tail 20 inches. We're going to dovetail our tail. We're going to come over here. And I just tie my ribbon streamer in one time. Make sure that's pointed down. And then you're basically going to make a figure 8 with your ribbon. Fold it over. And then I like to fold mine and double check. I put my fingers in there to make sure I've got the middle point. And then you're going to pinch it up to make your bow. See how that really helped break that stripe up? I'm going to cut this 12 inches. And I'm going to add it to this tie. Oops, train of thought derailed. Going to add it to this tie down here. I went a little too high. I'm going to cut these 14 inches. I'm going to skip this tie, come up one. And I'm V'ing these out to the side to really keep the shape of the teardrop. And that's also the reason that I cut these 12 inches and these 14. So I'm going to kind of lay those underneath there. I'm going to fix my other ribbon as I go, because that's very important. We're going to do the same thing right there. We're going to cut 12 inches. And we're going to cut one more set, 14 inches. Always important to fix your ribbing as you go when you're making something, because otherwise you won't know where you need to fill a hole or how you want things to lay. So it's always important to go back and put your ribbons the way that you wanted them. That's why I'm always constantly fixing my ribbons. And getting them to lay the way I wanted to lay. And then I'll always come back to center to see, okay, is there anything else that I want to add? Well, there is. I still have one problem on this wreath, and that's right here. This space right here is off balance. Got a little problem. We have mesh sticking out here and no place else. So once again, I'm going to add a bow to fix this. I'm going to use the Harlequin ribbon to do it. Well, excuse me, diamond ribbon to do it. And I'm going to cut this 20 inches. We're going to make this a pretty simple fix. So I'm going to fix all my ribbons now. Make sure my pumpkin shows up nicely. I'm going to make sure that my other pumpkin shows up nicely. Excuse me. I've got to make sure that everything, when you're doing a teardrop, it is important that you keep this form and you make sure that everything is flowing down very nicely. So now that we're done, I'm going to go back on this particular project because it's all shiny stuff. It's all shiny stuff, and I'm going to cut the ties. I don't think when you're working on a piece that you ever stop fixing your ribbons and putting them back the way they go. Because you can't help but smash them while you're working on your piece. Just like right now, I'm flattening them out to get to those ties and clip those out of the way. Now the ties you can't see, I'm not going to dig and I'm not going to worry about them. There you have it, a beautiful fall teardrop swag. I hope y'all really enjoyed this tutorial. See y'all next time. Bye.